Today we're going to be talking about attributes of a 3D shape. So attributes are things that you can use to describe anyone. For example, like Mr. Ho has brown eyes, black hair, and he's kind of short. Those are attributes of me. But today we're going to talk about 3D shapes. So follow along with me. So there's 3 attributes for you to describe a shape. First, you have a face or number of faces. You have vertices that we talked about before, and we have edges. So we're going to go figure out how many faces, vertices, and edges this shape here has. Before we start, can someone tell me what shape is this? This shape is a cube. Nice job. So faces are all the flat parts of a 3D shape. So anytime you can place your 3D shape down on a desk, that's a face. So anytime you can do that. So for example, wherever it's laying down right here, I'm kind of shading it in, that's one face, right? But it's kind of hard to see unless you have one in your hand. But right there I have one. I'm going to go ahead and change my color. Let's see if you see another one. I'm going to see the side one over here. This flat one right here, that's another one. Moving on, the one opposite of this one facing it, that's another one right here. That's 3. We also have our top one up here. That's 4. Let's do red. The back one back here, it's kind of hidden. Can't see it. That's 5, and I'm going to color the whole thing even though it looks like we're covering more. That's 5. And then do you guys see the last one? It's kind of hidden. This last one, and I'm going to erase this so you guys can see. The last one was right here. The first one, the one that we're looking at right now, the one that's facing us. That's 6. So we have 6 different faces. Everybody see that? You don't. Just rewind and then you guys can see. Or maybe count the ones that you have in your hand from your dice or your ice cube. Ready? Next one, we're going to talk about vertices. So vertices are where 2 straight lines meet. So right here, that's one straight line, and another straight line. They're going to meet, and then they create a dot right here. This dot right here is a vertice. So let's see how many we can get, or how many we can count together for our vertices. So we have 1 right here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Do you guys see any more? No? I think we're good. 8 vertices. Nice job. And then edges. Edges are all those straight lines that you see on a shape. So we have, change the color, 1 right here. Sorry if my lines aren't straight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's easier if you do it on a paper and pencil so you can write it out. But I think I was at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Do you see any other gray lines that I did not do yet? No? Then good. Then we have 12 edges. So a cube has 6 faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges. Hopefully you don't have any questions. Let's move on to the next one. Faces, vertices, and edges. Does anyone remember what this shape is called? It kind of looks like our cube up here. Rectangular prism. Okay, if you want to pause the video, see if you can figure out the faces, edges, and vertices without my help. But if not, I'm going to do it right now. So again, let's color all the faces. We have one face right here. We have another one opposite of it. It's good to think opposites because we know a rectangle always has opposite sides. That's 2. We have the back one back here. That's 3. The front one right here. That's 4. And then even though it looks like I covered everything, I didn't, because when we have the very bottom one, whoops, the very bottom one right here that we did not color yet. If you don't believe me, just rewind to that bottom one. So that's 5. And then our top one, we have right here is 6. 6 faces. Okay, vertices. If you don't remember, they're all those points that those lines make. So it's kind of vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yep, 8 vertices. Not missing one, right? Okay, good. And then our last one, oops, is our edges. So edges are all these dark lines that we have already on the box for us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 edges. Anyone remember what shape this one is? You said triangular prism. That's not right. The shape I'm looking for you to say is cone, like ice cream cone. Now faces again are all those flat sides of it. How many flat sides do you see? I actually only see one flat side. It's this right here, where this circle is, where it's standing. It only has one face. Okay, and then vertice. Yes, you actually have one right here. And actually, a cone is has a special type of vertice. It's called an apex. Because normally, a vertice is where 2 edges meet. And a cone, we know, has no edges because even though this looks straight right here, this looks straight right here, remember, if you put a cone down, it's just going to roll, so it doesn't have any edges. So no edges and just one vertice. Oops. One vertice. Pretty easy, right? Moving on to the next one. This one right here. Faces, vertice, edge. Does anyone remember what shape this one is called? It's called a technical issues. Triangular prism. Okay, it's a triangular prism because it has 2 triangles in the front and the back, and the rest is made out of rectangles. So let's see how many faces it has. It has this triangle here, which I could lay flat on. That's 1. The other triangle right here, that's 2. Just color it in so you guys can see. That's 1, and that's 2, right? Okay, I'm gonna erase. Then we have the rectangles off to the side. So we have the bottom rectangle, which is this one right here. That's 3. We have a side rectangle, this one right here, which is 4. So the back bottom one, this side one right here, and then we also have our back rectangle, which I'm going to erase to show you. This one right here. So in total, we have the 2 triangles, 1, 2, and then we have our 3 rectangle faces, this front one, the back one over here, and then the bottom one. So we have 5 faces. Okay, let's count our vertices. We have 1 vertex here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 vertices. And lastly, maybe you guys are already ahead of me, or you might have paused like I asked you to. But let's see how many edges we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 edges. Nice job, everyone. I know this is easy and kind of a review, but I'm glad you're still watching right now. Kind of like the Egyptian ones. Okay, let's see how many faces we have. With the bottom square one right here. That one's pretty easy to see. And then we have this triangle right in the front. We have another triangle on the other side of it back here. Don't forget the last one all the way in the back over here. That one right there. And then we have our front one right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 faces. Again, if you didn't see those faces, I know it's kind of hard to see the face on a 2D drawing of a 3D shape, but here's 1 face, 2 faces, 3 faces, 4, and 5. Okay, vertices. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices here, and the last one up here, 5. 5 vertices also. And then our edges, all the straight lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 of them. Remember, be careful that you don't go over a line twice to count them. Let's just count again to make sure we did that one correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Job. Faces. We have this one right here because it can stand on it, kind of like your soup can. And then it's not in this picture, but it's kind of hidden. There's one right here on the other side. No matter which way you flip a soda can or a soup can, it could still stand. So we have 2 faces. Vertices. We don't have any straight lines where it makes a point, so we actually have no vertices here. And then edges, they're like straight lines, even though this looks like an edge right here. This one looks like an edge. Remember, if you actually look at a soup can, there's not a straight line for you to have there. So in reality, there's actually 0 edges. Did everyone see that? Nice job. And then on to our last one, my favorite one, the sphere. This one should be pretty easy. We have a face, vertice, and an edge. Okay, how many faces do we have here? Well, again, if I put a ball down, it won't lay flat there. It'll probably move unless we put it down really slowly and still, right? But there's no flat sides to a ball or a sphere, so we have 0 faces. Vertices, unless we're talking about like a football, and even then, that's kind of iffy. Like a basketball, there's no sharp point sides to it, right? So 0 vertices. And then edges, there's no straight lines on a ball again, so we also have 0 edges. So this one's just 0, 0, 0. It has no faces, no vertices, or no edges. Kind of sad, but still my favorite. That's it for this video. Bye.